They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Judicials will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it out. It's Sherman. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Monarchs offense will have the football first. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Monarchs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Guys, let's chat for just a second about Old Dominion. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
And the Monarchs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only...
There he goes! Gets out of bounds after the big game, and they've got it first and goal.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. He might want another play. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right, but if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Looking for a man. It's Hamilton. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Old Dominion. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And How about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Judicials offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. We'll be watching this matchup on the outside closely today, David, to see if this guy can get anything done one-on-one against one of the best corners in the game.
Well, and this corner really can shut down half the field. And that's a big problem. This offense, they really need to win this matchup. They need their wide receiver to beat that defensive back. And I don't know if that's possible. He's just so good, been so consistent. Palmer, you tell me how you're going to win this matchup.
Well, you're not going to win it every play, that's for sure. And you can't avoid that side of the field the entire game. I think it's just going to come down to this offense in the critical down and distances when there's a third down and the coverage dictates that you've got to throw it against him. That's the play you need your receiver to win. And whether or not they have a guy that can win that matchup offensively, we're going to find out here pretty soon.
On third down, they'll try read option right. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Hamilton. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Handoff to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover.
Turning it on! Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. And the Judicials come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Pickup of 14. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
The Judicials look to keep this drive humming.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The option look. Running into the open space. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line. And the Judicials come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And you gotta throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations,
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
And they're able to get him down.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Judicials.
man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he added the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score.
Set to kickoff.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me...
Oh, he's got some space. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, ODU. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Fights off a defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On the option. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Judicials decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looked, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, was expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Let's talk for just a minute about Old Dominion. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Hamilton. This time it's complete. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Monarchs are on the move. To the air on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up a sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
Pressure coming. Got some room into the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs. Fit it in the window for the score.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hand off from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Pulls it in. It's made. He's stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be fourth. And the Judicials will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. A low line drive and short kick. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Find some fresh air. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Thomas. Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown, Old Dominion. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP is down right now inside the Sun Bowl, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in El Paso. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UNLV. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and still on his feet. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Judicials will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Monarchs moving quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Hamilton. Caught behind the line. It's Reeder. There he goes. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they try to score one late in the half. They'll immediately call timeout. The Monarchs will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He wants it all. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Norfolk. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
And the Monarchs will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's O'Neal. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The snap sets up to throw. Grab behind the line. It's O'Neal. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Oh, what a move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs.
Turning it on. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Monarchs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
And the Monarchs are flying down the field. They'll give it to him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Offense now working in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They're working that left side. Touchdown, ODU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And the 2nd half looking a lot like the 1st half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Now on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Judicials will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Hamilton. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Monarchs!
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 6 over Pittsburgh. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Thrust that arm out. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. First play of the drive, read option right. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback keeps it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
The Judicials will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Great place to start for this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Hamilton. Finds his tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the offense onto the field again. On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this one.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Judicials come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll run the option. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch at the 35. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if they can't corral the pitch, the ball's on the ground.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
The Monarchs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Hamilton. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Push down for the tackle.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to run it. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Sends it back in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's May. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Judicials, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Yeah, and this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. On the option. He breaks a tackle. The pitch. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. And the Judicials will try to pin them back with the punt. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Okay, ready?
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got.
Set. Hut.
On the direct snap, it's Thomas. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here we go.
Quick completion to the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sherman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Under fire. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game.